Christian, what did you think of Sonic and the Secret Rings?
Tucker, I mean this question in all sincerity.
Are you answering my question with a question?
I am. Is Sonic and the Secret Rings a joke?
What keyed you off? Was it the genie?
It's all of it. It's all of it. Like right from the beginning, they slap you in the face with this ridiculous cutscene.
No, it's not. It's awesome. It's like a storybook. It's all hand painted and like it's like the Mirror's Edge cutscenes, but with Sonic. Action comic.
Because they didn't have the budget to make all the cutscenes. So Sonic wishes for a bunch of tissues.
Oh my God, he does. Hankies. That's right.
And he gets like 1,000 of them.
Right.
Is that a joke?
Christian, why are you being mean, first of all? Second of all, I don't think that these cutscenes prevent this from being in the top half of the list.
I don't understand Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Okay.
I was baffled by it. And Knuckles is the famous stand-up comedian Sinbad. So
he sure is. Tails is like what? Nikola Tesla or something stupid. And
he's Alibaba, the famous AliExpress.
And Robotnik's
Shop
in
now.
it. You know what, Christian? If you are on the internet, people will tell you that the good part of this game is the story.
That's a thing. We've gotten into these Sonic games where you go on the wiki for like a Game Gear Sonic game and it'll be like, this fits here in the timeline and this tells this story. How do you follow any of this? How does this game fit into any of the other ones, Tucker? I'm becoming disillusioned.
Well, it's like Mario Galaxy because like it's like a side story where it's a book that he's reading and then he puts the ring on. Sonic supports matrimony and he's like, there's so much talk of rings.
His finger because it's a very big ring.
It's like, oh, and then it's on, and only he can touch it. And then he's got to collect the other rings. And it's so wild because Sonic collects rings in other games, but I guess those aren't rings you wear on your finger, but these are. But then I don't know what the other rings are. In Bayonetta, they're halos.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, he rubs the ring to make a wish, but he only does that like 2 times.
I love so much the idea of rubbing a ring. Just in general, even outside of genie context, just like in your hand.
Like,
I love that.
Like this?
On his big stupid glove hand. Oh, Christian, I love it. This insane smushing of what culture into Sonic. And here you go. Books and stories and deserts and genies and
the Kingdom Hearts 2 Aladdin theme.
There's so much Kingdom Hearts in this game. We can get to that, but the bad guy I think sucks in this game. Like I don't like anime. There was a time when I did like anime in Sonic, which was Sonic CD when they had the cool anime intro
Japanese
and stuff.
Songs.
This is that bad anime though. This is like all powerful evil genie is doing something bad because he wants to, and Sonic kind of is messing with that a bit because a different genie asked him to, and she's cute. You know what else doesn't make sense, Christian? The Wii, the Nintendo Wii. It was a game console that came out, like 16 years ago already?
Ooh. Oh, geez. I think you're right.
Anyway, and you had a controller that kind of works and kind of doesn't. And I don't want to blame Sonic and the Secret Rings for being an early Wii game, because what do you do with that, you know?
Yeah, maybe not require the entire game to have waggle controls.
Yeah. This is an auto, like an auto runner, would you call it?
Yep.
It's just like a cell phone game. It's like Subway Sprawl or whatever that game was. Yeah.
Yeah, surfing.
But that game works and this game doesn't.
Yeah, a touch screen you can actually touch.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Touch Sonic?
No, you can't do that here. You can just move the Wiimote slightly to the side.
Yes.
And then pray that good things happen.
It doesn't. Okay, it never works. But in the context of it never working, I think it works most of the time. There are instances when it never works, however, which is like when you're on a rail and Sonic will just kind of like trip over himself over and over because he's like trying to switch between them because it's reading something that I'm not giving it. It's like there's a ghost in the machine and it just wants Sonic off this rail immediately.
Yes. There's something messed up with that where there's explicit parts where they'll put a spiky thing or something on a rail
Right.
and expect you to jump
Don't
off
be here
of
or
it.
there.
But that is extremely unreliable.
Right. I just tried to skip rails at all possible because
Smart.
faster just run, but it's also not very fast to run at all because the running speed is crazy in this game, especially at the beginning when you're just like, and you can hear so clearly the like footstep wave file they're playing each time. So it's just like, and eventually you get to like, it's craziness. This is never what Sonic was. It was never like Kingdom Hearts skill tree your way to running at a normal pace. Like he's slower than other, mascot platformers. It doesn't make any sense. And I assume that's just because, you can't throw grandma into the Sonic game on her brand new Wii console and be like, run like Sonic does.
Sure. But at the same time, there's sections which are just like Sonic Adventures, say, where you're just going super fast and then you can wiggle if you want to collect some rings. And then you're just going through loop-de-loops.
I love wiggling if I want. That's exactly what I want out of these games.
Exactly. But the game progressively becomes less and less of that and more like a video game. And it just becomes more and more frustrating.
Yeah, it becomes a platformer. Well, and it's like crazy because the structure of this game is, I've never played a game quite like this in terms of like it gives you like 20 choices and one of them is how you progress the story. And it's just like choose.
It doesn't tell you.
And the other 19 are parts of these levels that you've already played, but now there's like more bad guys or something.
Yeah.
It's like, go ahead. Level up.
Mm-hmm. You just kind of have to become privy to the invisible hand of Sega and be like, the objectives for this mission don't strike me as something that would play a cutscene afterwards. So I'm going to play a different mission.
But you can't tell because sometimes it totally is that. And I was just like blindsided by it when all of a sudden it's like, talking to the genie now after I did get through this level without killing anything.
Yikes.
Craziness.
And a lot of times the first mission at a level is kind of like the big blowout of that level. Yeah. You run through the whole thing.
E3 demo.
Exactly. And it's like 5 minutes you're running through the thing. And then from there, the rest of that level is them just breaking off chunks of that level and making you do them again with arbitrary objectives.
Content. Love it. And it's the same.
Over and over.
Yeah, it's like the same selection of arbitrary objectives applied to each level.
Yep.
So it's like, do the one where you get the rings again.
Or do the one where you can't get any rings. Yeah. And so don't waggle your controller too much. You better be good with that waggle.
Well, you just die at the end is how you it's so silly. But that's one of the ones where they kind of do build it out just a little bit, where it's like in the wind bird level, it's like just a zip line and you're just like, it's an obstacle course. And they like built this specifically for this challenge. And it's like in that moment you can see the vision of Sonic and the secret rings and it's like, okay,
yes,
we're like mini gaming these few levels into different things that you could ostensibly like. Sonic on a zip line makes total sense controlling it with motion controls. It's like, okay, I got it. But none of the rest of the game is like that and it's bad.
What if you're shimmying left to right? You got to use the motion controls.
I feel so stupid when I do that because it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Why do I have to do all of these motion controls, Tucker, when my left thumb is perched upon a perfectly functional D-pad I use very rarely throughout the course of the video game?
This isn't 2003, Christian. Gaming has evolved, dude. You're looking at it. Sonic is going to kind of run forward and then get stuck in the ground and kind of vibrate a while until he magically keeps running.
At least the jump is a button, but even that doesn't feel good half the time.
And that was where I broke on this game, was the way that you can only target enemies while you're in midair, but the jumping doesn't really work like you want it to. And Sonic is always running forward, so it feels like you're playing with a broken controller the whole time. It just feels like you're at like a Best Buy kiosk and it's like playing with their gummed up controller where it's always the dead zone doesn't work on the controller and it's so frustrating. And you can run backwards, but it doesn't. at no point does that feel good because it's not like you don't get a rear view mirror on Sonic. It's just kind of like he's stumbling backwards through the level. It's nonsense.
Yes, it's awful. And you'll get to like circular arenas where you just have to kill the bad guy to move on. But you'll just be like, okay, backing up. Come on, camera, catch up with me here.
The levels are cool though, is the thing that kills me. Like when
visuals are surprisingly impressive.
Absolutely. I guess I don't really play enough Wii games to ever know what they look like, but I was like, oh, this looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess. And like they're fun ideas for levels. They don't feel totally played out. It's not like Green Hill Zone and then the sludgy factory. There is some of that, but it's a little different than normal Sonic. I don't know. The level select music sounds a lot like a Parquet Courts song I like a lot, and I have to imagine it's coincidental, but it's really unsettling. And it makes me question a lot about a band I like.
Is this of its time? Like at the time, do you think that would have been cool?
I don't know. The frame rate's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, this is up around Star Fox 64, I think.
Whoa, buddy.
God, there's a lot of Sonic games on this list. Christian, where would you put it?
Jeez. Have we reached critical mass where like over half of these are Sonic games?
You know, it's crazy.
We might have gotten there a long time ago.
That's a fair question, but like, I know the pace of these has slowed quite a bit, but like, there's no Sonic games coming out either. We're not falling behind at all.
Yeah, that's so weird to think a lot of the time when you're like playing through these games. It's like, whoa, we just went across a year right now.
Right. We did half a video and now it's the next decade.
Yeah. People were reading about this in EGM and being like, oh my gosh, Grandma,
so
put this on the Christmas list.
Oh, that is really depressing. And I guess they did make a sequel to this, huh? With the Black Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called? That's not a great.
I think so.
That can't be what it's called. Here's what I'll say, Christian. The Sonic Adventure 2 video is like 50 minutes long. This one's not going to be 50 minutes long.
Good.
Because there's not as much to talk about or play derisively. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think I like Sonic Adventure 2 more as a thing.
I agree.
As a failure, it's a less noble failure, but I think it's a more interesting and fun failure.
Yeah. It's a sequel.
Yeah.
This is not.
This game's so boring. I don't know. It's not recommendable.
No.
To laugh at because you would have to play it.
You would.
So.
And not just watch the cutscenes on YouTube.
Yeah, because no one should ever do that. God, just that idea makes me angry. Unskippable.
Yeah, I played Sonic and the Secret Rings. I watched myself a Let's Play on YouTube one evening.
I've mastered the game.
100% playthrough.
God, you have to beat the last boss before you hit level 25, or you don't get one of the pages. But the walkthrough I was reading said, "Don't worry, you can always start a new game file and do it that way." I was like, "Oh, good."
No!
Whew.
That's fascinating. That's like the opposite of like the psychology of trophy hunting. Like,
right. It's like, no, you have to do this, and it is few steps as possible.
Exactly. Yes.
Do
like
this
if you have
while
to create
you're doing
a new file. It is missable and raise every flag possible.
Yep. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Know this going in. You don't have to know anything going into Sonic and the Secret Rings, except that it's worse than Shadow the Hedgehog.
It's another situation where you can control the game with a control stick.
Where does
just like all of these games?
Yeah, that's very fair.
I don't know. I'm gonna have a hard time building a bridge and getting over the fact that you have to aimlessly woggle your way to victory.
But you can slow down time, Kristen, except you slow down too, so it's not useful, but it's in there.
You can go super fast, but it doesn't make you invincible.
Die.
So make sure you only use it in the right spots.
Okay, this game's pretty bad. I would still put it above at least Sonic Shuffle. I don't think it's worse than
Sure.
any of the games below Sonic
Below
Shuffle.
that. Sure.
Okay.
I'm sold.
Okay. I think Sonic Advance 3 is probably better than this.
I'd agree.
Okay, I think Tails
Sonic Advance 3?
Sky
Tails
Patrol is
Sky Patrol?
better.
Yep.
Okay.
Right above Shuffle.
Okay, that works for me.
Glorified minigame collection.
That's what this is.
Mm-hmm.